Alright, let's get it in. Adrien the Problem Broner versus Emmanuel Taylor. I like this fight. I don't think it's I don't think it's a fight that's tailor made for any of these fighters. I think this is much more intriguing. In fact, this can be a mirror image type fight. And I'm not talking about physical appearance, but I'm talking about in the ring, style wise. Both of these guys, they don't fight identical by any means, but they fight similar. Uh, they both have a slick black American style. Emmanuel Taylor kind of reminds me of Terrence Crawford, like a light form of Terrence Crawford. You know, he throws good combinations. He's got a solid right hand. He can throw with power on both hands, and he's a good counterpuncher. Adrien Broner, similar. He's also a good counterpuncher. He can throw power in both hands, and both of these guys can go to the body and to the head. Adrien Broner, just both these guys just work out of different constructs. Um, Adrien Broner works out of the Philly shell, and Emmanuel Taylor just works out of just the rabbit ear type defense that Winky Wright used. So this is really intriguing because both of these guys are definitely, I believe, going to be feeling each other out early on, and I think the jab is going to be a key in this fight. Something that Adrien Broner used to rely heavily upon. He sort of got away from that once he moved up into the welterweight division, and now that he's dropped down, it'll be interesting to see which Adrien Broner shows up. In Cincinnati, I believe he has recaptured and rekindled some of what got him to where he was back in the super lightweight division, back when he was dominating 135 pounds. And if he is that Adrien Broner, yeah, lightning might strike. I don't know if you can hear that. It's raining like hell outside, uh, out in Toronto right now. But I just have a strange feeling that Adrien Broner might not be ready for a guy like Emmanuel Taylor at this point. He really did not look good from what I saw. I didn't think he looked good at all against Carlos Molina, which was his comeback confidence builder fight. And if he's that fighter, if he's slapping with his punches, and if he's not, he's got to put power on Emmanuel Taylor, because Taylor can walk you down like he did with Kareem Mayfield. Mayfield was being real physical early on in that fight, and Taylor started to put punches together, started to go to the body, and then he started to walk Kareem Mayfield down. And that's similar to what Maidana did to Broner. He walked him down. And if Broner can't give him something to think about, if he's slapping with his punches, you know, Emmanuel Taylor can dig into that body, throw good uppercuts, and nail him with that right hand. And Broner has to be real careful with his defense, and he's got to make sure that he keeps Taylor at bay. He has a reach advantage, so this fight can go a number of ways. And the thing that really gets me is this fight is in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is Adrien Broner's hometown, and you have to factor that in. These hometown fights, I hate to say it, but judges are judges, and when they're put in these hometown situations, that they lean towards the home fighter. Let's be honest. We saw Danny Garcia versus Mauricio Herrera. We've seen other situations like this where the hometown fighter usually we saw Ricky Burns versus Ray Beltran, where that was a complete unjustified draw in a fight where Ricky Burns was fighting with a broken jaw. So, Adrien Broner has to bring back what brought him into the limelight. He's got to bring back that thudding jab. He can't slap with it. He can't paw with it. He's got to go back to digging to the body like he did against the likes of Gavin Reeves and Antonio DeMarco. He's got to get on the inside with Taylor and rip shots. And if he cannot do that and he gets hurt at one point or another, I think Taylor's gonna whoop his ass, man. So I think this is a pretty solid competitive fight. I think Broner isn't what he used to be. I think he got sort of accustomed to fighting a certain level of fighter at 135, and when he moved up to the elites, and not even like Marcos Maidana and Pauly, they're not even really the elites. But when he took a big step up in weight and with competition, he couldn't swim in deep waters. And I think Emmanuel Taylor's an underrated fighter, and I think this is going to be a fight where Adrien Broner could get a gift decision, or it could be a fight where he gets his ass whooped. Or it could be a fight where he boxes his way to a decision. But I don't see Adrien Broner getting a knockout in this fight. I think both these guys are going to be cautious enough to where it doesn't turn into a firefight. But, you know, truly, I think this is real interesting because both of these guys can fight on the inside and they can fight on the outside. That's why it's like a mirror image fight for me. And it's real difficult. I give the slight edge to Adrien Broner because he's in his hometown. And if you think about it, both of these guys throw about the same number of punches. And if, Adrien Broner tends to have a high connect percentage. And I think that's going to carry him to a decision victory. But don't sleep on Emmanuel Taylor. I think he's very underrated. But he's got a lot of odds stacked against him. And he's got to get through hometown judging, because I don't think he can knock out Adrien Broner, but I could be wrong about that. He's got a 60% knockout ratio, and his only losses were to Chris Algieri and some other guy. It was a split decision, an eight round fight, split decision against some guy. Fuck, I don't even know. But the Emmanuel Taylor that I've seen fight Kareem Mayfield definitely has a good chance of putting on a solid performance and beating up a guy like Adrien Broner. Doesn't mean he's gonna win the fight, but I think he could definitely land his own punches and make a statement as to what type of fighter Adrien Broner is. And Adrien Broner, he's going on again, talking about his next opponent. I don't know if he's fully prepared for a guy like Emmanuel Taylor, who is young, hungry, and wants to steal Adrien Broner's limelight. So, I'm picking Broner by decision. That's the pick right now. But I'm not sleeping on Taylor. Let me tell you, I think this is a very competitive fight, and I don't think it ends early. I don't think it ends early. I think it goes into the later rounds. Let me know what you guys think. It is what it is. Peace out. Take care.